I pulled the kids out of school. I sold all my cars. I sold my business. I even sold all of my gold, and all for a dream. To travel all the way around Australia hunting gold. You see, we plan to visit every goldfield Australia has to offer, attempting to navigate this entire continent funded by gold alone. And now my wife is worried I'm not going to be able to find enough gold to make that happen. So today, I'm heading deep into the wild to prove her wrong. I've finally upgraded the tyres on my electric Suron motorbike, which should be able to give me access to some of the steepest, most unforgiving country I've ever prospected. Here we go. And for years, I've kept one of these creeks up my sleeve, a place I've saved for a moment exactly like this. And until now, I haven't been able to get in. If I don't walk out of this creek with a bag full of gold nuggets, my gamble to travel Australia may just start to fall apart. As I was heading up the mountain to find some gold, something caught my eye. I had to stop and check it out because it was something I'd never seen before. There's a big lump over here. That looks more like a turkey's nest. But then over here, you got an old bottle dump. Wow. Let's have a look. Doesn't look overly old. As a gold prospector, I'm not really that educated on bottles and what they're worth or what to look for. Let's have a quick look. I don't know, are these worth anything, guys? You let me know in the comments. This jar belongs to the Rosella Press. Some bottles are super collectible and very rare. People go crazy and dig massive holes in search for them. So I thought I'd have a quick look myself. They seem pretty old. They look like nice old jars. That's beautiful. And look at all the bottles, guys. There's hundreds of them. Hundreds of old bottles. Oh, wicked. Have a look at this. What do you call these things again, guys? Where you got like a little plant living inside the bottle? That's a cool discovery. I'm just going to leave him where he was. Let life continue on there. It's quite a surreal feeling, really. Quietly climbing the hill, perfect weather, just wondering what the mountain has in store for me today. It's these moments I take time to just reflect and enjoy the small moment of just peace and quiet. Tell you what, guys, this is one big mountain. I've been climbing it for about half an hour and I'm still going. An absolutely massive amount to go up. Oh, she's going pretty downhill now. Ooh, can I get up that? I don't reckon I'd get up that. So I got to this pretty hairy part of the road and it doesn't look steep. I mean, on the camera it looks like nothing, but trust me, that is super steep. So I decided I'm going to go down it. I'm going to give it a go because where I want to get to today, it's still quite a way and I don't want to walk that far. And if worse comes to worse and I get stuck, I'm just going to call Marky to come get me out. He's going to love that. All right, let's give this a go, eh? I don't reckon going down will be too bad, but let's see. This could be bad. Here we go. Oh, it's gonna be a nightmare coming back up this one. All right. Yep, she's pretty steep. Right on my back wheel here, just to make sure I don't go over the hangers. I'm gonna just commit to this now, I think. All right. Well, going down, it wasn't too bad, but I reckon coming back's gonna be horrible. Let's go for it. I don't want to get stuck right down the bottom here. Very loose material too, that's what is worrying me the most. Alright guys, so the track is really narrowed out now into a bit of a goat track. It's getting a bit airy. It's ultra steep. This is gonna be so bad coming back up. Completely rutted out by the storms. I mean, look at, yep, I'm in the rut, here we go. Come on. Yeah, no, I'm not going any further than that, no way. All right, guys, here we go, pretty exciting. I'm abandoning the bike because it's just too full on sort of stuff I'm dealing with, like these big ruts. They're about 1/2 metre deep, these ruts, and if the bike wheel goes over that, it just sends you off the bike. So unfortunately, I'm kind of stuck with just traversing in now, which is fine by me. I don't mind doing that, no stranger to that. Not my first time. Oh, that looks good, look at that. This is that bedrock I was telling you about. That's the good stuff. Who's there? Sound like a dog. Alright, if it was a dog, I'm gonna get my pick out. That scared the hell out. Oh. One of my biggest fears in the bush is running into a pack of wild dogs. So this definitely had me on edge. Spooky. I've been chased by a pig in the bush before, and it is not fun, eh? It's actually very, very hairy. Can't sweet talk a dog or a pig. So I'd rather just have a weapon in my hand just in case. But it's this that I want right now, especially after hearing that. Alright guys, this is the moronic track I decided to take. There's our gimpy just there. If I touch that, the day's over. I'm also seeing some big bunya nut pines in the creek too, so I don't want them falling on my head. But I can almost see where I can get out. So if I can just punch through this little bit, we'll be good. That's it. Through there somewhere. It's getting a bit hairy. Pretty much the entire centre of the creek is filled with lantana. And all your other lovely stuff like your gimpy and ginger. So I'm slowly just trying to maneuver through it all just to get down to the bottom where the bedrock's going to be a bit more prevalent. All right, let's hope I don't get snakes too hard going through here. It's looking pretty dire. Here we go. The creek has been swallowed by these vines, which make it almost impossible for traversing. It's a painful way to get into a creek, but it also protects the gold from other prospectors. This way in is actually strangely giving me a little bit of hope. Okay, well, just gonna have to go for it. Oh. Swimming in lantana. I'm just gonna try and get on top of it and munch him down. Oh, it's getting worse. Oh. Might be able to get under and start crawling soon. All right, got a little tunnel in there. I might be able to get in. Down here, there's no hope. If you need to get out, you just gotta face whatever runs at you. Getting into the secret creek was proving to be quite a task. I'm pretty sure the creek is virgin, and if it is paying, will yield some pretty good pieces of gold. Oh no, it gets worse. All right, ladies and gents, we're through. Look at all this bedrock. Finally, a chance to get some gold. You can see the big bunya nuts everywhere too. So I'm trying to work the crevice, folks. And look at these bunya nuts. They've literally perfectly filled up the whole crevice that I need to work. So I'm gonna rip them out and see what's in there. Right, so I've been pretty much trying to dodge all these falling bunya nuts. It's been a bit of a mission. But listen to this, I had a huge sound in the water. But upon further investigation, I don't know what it is, but it's huge. So there's some interestingly large trash here. I'm not too sure why, but I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I mean, where I am is pretty much the middle of nowhere. There's not many tracks leading up to where we are. Oh my God, is that a horseshoe? What? That's massive. What sort of a horse wears that? That's the biggest horseshoe I think I've ever found. I just found another one. Look at that. Right in the middle of the creek. Geez, they're really big horseshoes then. And another one. I dubbed this creek Horseshoe Creek. Get up there. Oh no, it's always in the water too. Anyway, it's always exciting when you find a big nugget in the water though. It wasn't looking like a promising start. If I don't find gold today, my wife's going to be seriously doubting my ability to get our family across the country financially. I need to pivot and pivot fast. It's a bit scary anyway, to be honest. I've got big bunya nuts falling everywhere and it's a bit unsafe, so I'm going to hightail out of this creek. It's not very often I get a bit spooked out, so to speak, but hearing all these big bunyas falling around me is pretty spooky, sort of taking cover every time I hear one fall. So we're going to go down to the main creek and I think that's where we're going to hopefully get something. As you can see, this terrain isn't very forgiving at all. Almost everything tries to capture your feet as you walk. There's a lot of things trying to catch onto you and rip your pants. And then of course you have all the critters and snakes and everything else you have to worry about. That combined with the bunya nuts made a pretty anxious day of gold prospecting. So I've made it to this new creek. It's looking pretty nice. I've seen a lot of snakes on the way too, but that's not my big problem now. So I was struggling with the detector before and now I'm struggling even more. I think I've damaged it. You can see on the coil here, right there, I think a bit of water's gotten in. And now my coil's being really conductive and a bit funny. I might be able to get away with it for today, but I reckon it'll break down after today and it'll be no good after that. Anyway, a lot of snakes around. I've got to walk nice and slow, but I'm starting to see lots of these beautiful clays in amongst where all these rocks are. And they're really good spots for the gold to get caught out, so hopefully I can pick one up now. I really deserve one, I reckon. Anyway, let's have a look. This is nuts. Get it? This is nuts. Pun intended. Now, check this out. I wanted to show you guys we're coming into some extra special looking bedrock now. This is where I normally pick up gold in this region. You can see this sort of more hard top, more finely cut bedrock. This is beautiful looking stuff. So I'm going to be going real nice and slow over all this now. Fingers crossed I can get a really nice piece of gold. So I've been working my way through this beautiful little creek here and I've just stumbled upon what I believe may be hand stacked rocks off to the side here. You can see where someone in the past has gone ahead and taken all the rocks out of the creek and stacked them up on the hill. So naturally when I see that, I definitely want to slow down and start, taking my time to get through the creek, because it's a good chance that if they are stacked rocks that there was gold here. Anyway, so I thought, I'll just check underneath them. And generally if they are stacked rocks, you'll get little bits of iron underneath it. So it could be iron, could be a piece of gold. It's definitely looking a bit more promising anyway. So let's dig him up and see what we got. It might even just be a hot rock. Who knows? Definitely a signal. Not too sure what it might be yet. Alright, so that sand is starting to come down to a layer of mud. That's promising. The big heavy targets are normally down deep in the mud, clay or bedrock. This is certainly a good sign. Actually, you know what? I am kind of want a bit of bedrock here, so maybe we're going to get something out. Alright. Hopefully that was it.
That's going to be one of the nightmare ones. I can feel a crevice down there. Oh, this is so deep, guys, you have no idea. Oh. Is that it? Oh no, that's going to be it. It's a massive piece of steel, I think. Damn it. Massive, deep piece of steel.
At this stage I'd given up, and upon exiting the creek for plan B, I quickly scanned one more piece of bedrock.
That sounds real nice. It's in a good spot too, so without getting my feet too wet, I'm going to try and get him out. All right.
That might sound like a signal, but that's actually my faulty coil.
This coil's almost dead, guys. Oh, I can see it already. That's gold, baby. Woohoo! I knew it. So look at this, folks. Check it out. Can you see him? Just in there. Oh yeah, that is nice. Right in the clay. There you go. There he is. Oh, that is lovely. Finally.
This felt like the hardest piece of gold I've ever had to find, and it was such a relief to know that the creek was holding. And of course the next question is, where's the big one?
I'm going through this gorgeous little creek. I was just about to step under this branch, and look who I ran into. Isn't he lovely?
The gold gods were certainly playing their tricks with me today. They made me slave all day, then they rewarded me with a beautiful piece of gold. Then the coil stopped working entirely. So now I'm going to my plan B.
Right, so I'm out of the track. That was one of the steepest climbs I've done in a long time. Definitely good exercise. But I'm going to go to my secret honey hole actually. I found it a few weeks ago. It's near an old bridge. And got about 18 bits of gold out of one little side of the hill. And that was with the 6. But I haven't been there yet with the 2000. So for this afternoon, to finish off the day, I'm going to go there and see if I can't fill a little bag of gold.
This is the part of the day that I've been dreading. I'm not too sure if my bike's actually going to make it out. Let's find out.
Here we go. Don't go backwards. All right, come on, baby. Here we go. Oh. All right, that's the first time. Oh, this next hill is going to be brutal. Like, impossible brutal, I think. Alright, here we go. Holy smokes, look at it. Here we go. Come on, come on. Come on, baby. Yes! Keep going. One more to go. Sit. Come on. Yes, keep going, baby. Oh, come on. Gonna do it. Oh, yes. Oh, that was so much fun. Yes, I'm free. So you can see how the landscape has changed quite a lot. I'm all the way down the bottom of the mountain now. And I'm going to go and try and find where I was the other day and see if this gold monster can't pick up a fair few little bits of gold for me. I tried my hand around the old bottle dump with the metal detector, but couldn't find anything of value. But I did find this. Looked like a very old beehive. That's the tree it's sitting in. Hey guys, so I'm at my new spot and I just want to show you what we're playing with here today. So you can see where I've been digging all these holes here from the other day. That was quite a nice, I got a 2.5 gram piece of gold there. And these are the old timers diggings where they've gone up the mountain and they've tested these old alluvial channels. You can see it's pothole after pothole after pothole everywhere you look. The whole area has been potholed all the way up the mountain like this, where the old river used to exist. And basically I'm going to follow that line today and see if I can't clean up. And I'm also using this little monster here. And this is the detector I'm using. It's called a Gold Monster 2000. I've been using it quite a lot lately. I never used to be a big fan of VLFs. Like, it always depends on the conditions, but the conditions here are excellent. There's a lot of fine gold and there's a lot of little reefy pieces too. So fingers crossed, we can pick a few up. All right, let's get into it. Sometimes these little bits of gold, they get caught behind the tree roots. And that's where this thing seems to be shining lately, behind the tree roots. That sounds real nice. Ooh, is that it? Big bit of rust. This is the big old tailings pole here we're on. Yeah, that's looking real nice. I'm getting a very solid 1-2 on the gold line. So me and Marky, we've been here before. Check that out. Got him. Come on, baby. I need a nice bit of gold. Can see it. It's a funny looking bit. We're just going to give him a clean up now. See how it turns out. It was a good start to get some gold almost instantly. Between the two pieces I have now, I can safely say that's a day's wage. Anything from now on is a bonus. I'm really not too sure what that is. Like just a bit of rock or something. A little bit of gold there. Flicking back to the gold gods. Wasn't much, folks. Don't panic. Look at that. Yes. We're at a stage now in history where these detectors are so good, you can pretty much jump on any old-timer diggings and find a wage in gold. But it still takes a lot of work. As you can see, all day, every day, I'm pushing pretty hard to try and bring that money back. But the gold's really funny. Sometimes you find a little, sometimes you find a lot. I found a really big trench. This is it here. And it goes all the way up there. Hard to see, but I'll jump in the trench. Okay, this is that trench. It's huge. And it goes all the way up there. You can see it's walled off either side. It almost looks like a creek. But this is where I seem to pick up some really good gold. And just on the top here, I got a bit of a sound. And the number's coming up quite nice. I got a 2-3 in the gold area, so maybe it could be something. Oh, that's nice. That's sounding really good. Come on. Alrighty. It should be out, I think. Yep. Okay, that's showing a very solid number 3. If this isn't gold, I'm going to eat my hat. That's him. Okay. Be good to me. I'm praying it's not a piece of buckshot, because there's a lot of buckshot around. Ooh, what is that big thing? Yes! That's a beauty too. Oh, Wow, let's get the big reveal going. That is a nice piece. They worked pretty hard for that. Have a look at that, guys. It's a nice one too. So as they were shoveling these trenches out onto the hills, little bits like this that had already been dislodged from the quartz membrane just get thrown out with it. So look at that. That's a weird shape, eh? It's really weird. Almost cubic. Never seen a piece of gold like that before. That's a nice piece. It just goes to show you how different the gold is around here. Look at the bottom of it. It's almost filed flat, that piece of gold. And then on the other side, it's rough, where it's been just dislodged. That's incredible. I love that. That is so cool.
My ultrasonic cleaner also broke this week. That's why the gold isn't as shiny as it usually is. But overall, I found $600 worth of gold, which should get me over the line and give my wife the surety she needs. And if you want to get in on the adventure of us going around Australia chasing gold at every Australian goldfield, hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss that. That's going to be something pretty special. And for those who don't know, I've designed a complete course on how to find gold like a pro. It covers everything from reading creeks and understanding maps to targeting the right headwater systems and knowing exactly where gold wants to sit. I built it specifically to help newcomers find their feet and avoid spending many years digging rubbish like I did when I first started. If that interests you, you can check it out at howtofindgold.com.au. And for those who are chasing equipment, make sure you check out my friend John at Outback Prospecting. He has all the gear you're ever going to need and can help you even get a Gold Monster 2000 as well. He has a small shop in Claremont and is also very knowledgeable with over 20 years experience. I know he can put you on the gold too. Check him out.